all this drama that nobody needs.
Yeah, Malia didn't even name one last season, and
No,
Storm was literally just made real bosun
yeah.
like a couple days ago. So, but I mean, it was exciting. Jen, I was going to say this for question of the week, but I guess we just do it now. If you're Storm, who would you pick between Z and Courtney?
First of all, I don't pick. Like, why? Like, I don't need to do it. If I'm Storm, I don't do it. If I do, I don't know, man. It's tough. So I think candidly, Storm has like Sandy in his ear saying name Courtney.
Yeah,
But like, I don't think he's ever gonna see Courtney again after this charter. So it's like if you have like a lifelong friendship with Z, like first of all, give it to whoever deserves it most. But like, I just wouldn't do it if I was Storm.
yeah.
They're
Like so,
both they're both green, by the way.
yeah. Like I think Courtney's a better tender driver. That's
Yep.
admitted. Courtney might be uh maybe like a better presence. Does that make
Yep.
sense? Because Z's very soft spoken, but I think Z's also way more patient with people. I don't know if you're keeping Jason, if you're not firing Jason, you in if you're a Storm, like I'm gonna have someone else tell Jason what to do. It should be Z because Courtney just has no time for Jason whatsoever. And
Yeah.
I don't know, like a lot of guys, especially in like blue collar jobs, if they have a female superior that's better than them at stuff, they just take it personally. And like,
Can't Storm see that like Jason's gonna go off the rails if somebody else gets named lead deckhand?
yeah, if it's Z, I think Jason will take that a lot better. As far as like, I don't think Z would be that offended if Courtney got it. I mean, because Courtney's been on boats longer than Z has.
Yeah.
Now, as a stew, but still, like this is Z's second charter. He shouldn't be a lead deckhand of anything.
Right. I
I,
think it's unnecessary drama, man. I'll tell you this. Like, when has naming a lead deckhand worked?
nah,
Pretty much never.
it's good for the show,
It's great
but
for the show, but it's like there's gonna be tears, there's gonna be animosity. Dude, it's gonna be terrible. And we already have interior going off the rails, so like I'm kind of scared for exterior going off the rails too.
yeah. Well, I know whether it was under the season on whether or not Jason leaves. He asked to be fired at one point, but
Yeah.
I don't know. He's not bad enough to be fired, though, is the
Yeah.
problem.
I agree. But his demeanor with like lack of caring probably could
Yeah.
result in a firing. All right, Sean, anything else about exterior? I want to mention a couple of things about the guests and then we can kind of go into awards.
Yeah, sure. Let's what are their names again?
Dude, I had a Guy Fieri and Dolly Parton party. Isn't that like the weirdest like guest wish list combo of all time?
I mean, those are two people. I they're not really related at all. There are you'll see this sometimes online, like the people all of America agrees on, like the red states and the blue states.
Yeah.
And it's like, Keanu Reeves, Dolly Parton, Guy Fieri, Willie Nelson. It's like whatever, the people that just have broad appeal across the country still.
Sure.
So maybe that's it. Um, they both seem like nice people. I bet you they both have restaurants in like Vegas or
For sure. For
Nashville,
sure.
right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
There's something very middle America about both of them.
Yeah. I mean, these guys, I mean, but the guests were nice. So obviously they were on last episode. Um, we didn't see the tip meeting, did we?
Not yet.
No. All right.
And
So we'll see what the
also,
tip meeting is.
they didn't mention during when they were leaving that they had to wait for drinks, like and stuff after the party was over.
Yeah.
Because like service was pretty slow, but they didn't mention it, which is interesting. But hey, we'll see. I mean, Tasha does get called into the principal's office at the end of the episode.
Yeah. And I'll say when we looked at like the, kind of like next time, um, Like she walks in like nervously laughing, and Sandy's not laughing.
Also, she's not going to get fired, but she's not a person that could tuck her way out of it at all.
No, no.
I don't like her and Sandy really aren't on the same wavelength. And
They don't vibe. And when Sandy was talking about how much of a mess the crew area was, she, Natasha just said like sorry and like walked away.
oh yeah,
Like there
yeah.
was no like action plan. There was no like we'll get to like hey we'll clean it up. I know yada yada. She was just like sorry and then just walked away.
It made Cindy want to puke.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't know. I think we could all take or leave Sandy at this point. She's, you know, listen. We'd kind of be killing her if we really liked the rest of interior at this point. But because we're off Natasha, we're like, oh no, maybe Sandy should mention that. Like the, I don't know, the pantry's messy, but that's still such like a micromanaging thing to do, right?
Was that maybe that was the best move by Tasha to just say sorry and walk away? Because I don't know what you'd, because Hannah would like kind of be more combative,
Yeah.
and Cindy hated that too. Who was last year? Last year was Kitty. Kitty was like very good at her job, so that was never a problem.
I thought Katie was great. She just got like really stressed out about cabin moves.
Yeah, yeah, she's almost too good at her job to be on TV.
Yeah, that's
like,
fair.
There wasn't any drama ever.
I don't think Natasha's too good at her job.
No.
So,
also, like we should mention Natalya, like the Guy Fieri and Dolly Parton party, looked up like what their restaurants looked like and like decorated the table that way.
Listen, Natalya from a guest standpoint is an absolute stud. So like she really is like she's like a Bugsy 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the place settings are just amazing, and she goes into a lot of detail. So yeah, I think we're all pro Natalya. Tough back end of the season from what I'm gather, but for right now, great. So anything else, Sean, before we go into awards here?
I think I'm ready for awards. Who's you have winning it?
So I was between. I'm gonna throw a little curveball here.
Okay.
I think Courtney had a strong episode, but I'm actually going with Chef Dave. Yeah. So like Chef Dave went from like not a great guy at the beginning of the season to like what seems like a great chef to have on board. You know, being a chef is more than just putting food out, it's working with your team. And as Natasha starts to like really unravel here, I think we get behind Dave a little bit more. And he's just seeming to like live his life and not worry about anything while everybody else is worrying about stuff that like really doesn't matter.
Yeah, he'll look at like Kyle and be like, "Hey man, like how you feeling? Feeling good?" Like he realizes like Kyle's putting it in, like he's trying to pep him up.
Yep.
You know, yeah, Dave's mad chill, and like I'm happy. I'm guessing we're getting these text messages for a reason that Tasha and her boyfriend break up, and Tasha and Dave isn't over. But I like this like little mid-season calm from Dave.
Exactly. Maybe it's just the eye of the storm, but we'll see.
I did not have Dave winning, but I like that pick. I had Natalya winning.
Yeah.
Kind of everything we said earlier. We'll mention looked great as Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
No, she's wearing four bras, but pulled it off. I kind of go back and forth on who I think is better looking between her and Tasha, and giving Natalya the edge as of right now. I know they look a lot alike, but
they look a lot alike. I think. Listen, man, they both got a lot of red flags. So right now, Natasha has a ton of red flags out. But like I said, I think Natalya is going to have some back end stuff here. That's going to put them unfortunately at even with neither of them high.
Yeah, but she's carrying the interior team. Hooks up with Storm during the charter. We didn't mention that.
Yep.
After
maybe Storm won the episode. Then I don't know.
Yeah, but also like if you're Storm, untangling an anchor is like more impressive than docking.
Right.
Because anyone other than Reagan can call out like measurements and like meters and stuff.
I don't know, man. Storms. He's got a walkie issues.
That's true. That's true. But like untangling an anchor is pretty cool. And then he also hooked up with Natalia during the charter. Yeah.
Not a bad look.
So, but going Natalia, and also pretty fearless, calling out Tasha's management style right to her face.
Yep. Dare I say she was the bold
Maybe she was the bold, yeah,
and the betrayal.
and the betrayal.
Man.
Do you have Kyle losing, or did you have Tasha? I feel like it's Kyle and Natasha, right? I mean,
I actually had Kyle losing, so I'll tell
Me
you
too.
why. Because we already had Natasha low, but we had Kyle really high, and now Kyle's starting to drop a lot. So, like, listen, if he wants to, he's pretty much like romanticizing, and he's in, about this like relationship he's gonna have with Frank. But like,
maybe.
yeah, right. Like, it's this hypothetical, but he's like, when he talks about how he's like overthinking the potential relationship, it's like, all right, man, why don't you just kind of like live in the now? And listen, he can do whatever he wants, but I'm not as interested in this like built up something that probably leads to nothing.
Yeah, it's happening off screen too. I mean,
Yeah.
or it's like Natasha's relationship with her boyfriend. Like, I don't care that much.
Yeah,
These people
and I guess
aren't on my screen.
and not even just getting that much into like, I don't care about the relationship, but he's also being like not as fun as a person.
Yeah.
So like talking about how like the guests giggling or driving him up a wall. I'm like, what happened to this guy? Like, we came to know and love him, and now he's just like a broken dude. And like I mentioned before, his sass is starting to get on like the wrong end, right? So it was funny when he's right, but when he's wrong, it's like it's kind of annoying and like just makes you not like the guy.
Yeah, I picked him too, obviously. Nothing worse than people who act like they're working super hard and aren't contributing really anything. And that was said this entire episode. And also, you mentioned him not being fun. He's threatening not to go out during their night off because he's so offended that Natalia like I'll stay in this boat and clean the entire thing like to prove a point to Natalia. I mean, I don't you're kind of just playing yourself then, man. Like you don't
exactly. Natalia should just been like, well, there's a lot to do, Yeah, it could take you all night.
Yeah, take it on the chin, be like, all right, I kind of phoned that charter in. I'll kind of straighten up next charter, and I don't know. But yeah, he was lame all episode. And like, don't try to ruin the night out or make, I don't know. Like, I want him to go out with them. I hope Dave goes out with them too. Like, I want the whole crew out.
Imagine like a cool Dave, like on nights out.
Oh man, that would be
unbelievable.
Guy could be the next like Ben. Well, not the next Ben, but he could be a staple.
Exactly.
He could be a multi-season chef. Yeah.
I'll tell you, the one thing I want in this season is like Natasha to try to get back together with Dave, and he's like, nah.
I would love. We need more below deck crossover. Like, what if Dave was just on like sailing yacht?
That'd be great. I mean, that's a pretty star-studded cast. So
they don't need him, but him and Daisy could be a thing. Like I don't know. I'm spitballing here.
Yeah.
Him and Gary hanging out, like that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're glad we've got him now. I know we didn't always have that opinion of him, but he's a great character now. All right, Sean. I mean, I think listen, the rest of the season looks wild. It looks like a little bit too many like tiers for me, but they probably got like 4 charters left. So let's see what happens.
You don't always have to like the cast for it to be good.
Right.
As long as like I really liked today's episode. What happened?
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this, Sean. We're getting into the wrong type of drama, though, right? We're getting into like bickering when it's like that's what makes sailing yacht so good. Like the drama is like real fun stuff, This is like not as fun. So
you want there to be real drama, but like a good amount of the cast and like have fun with them too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
So,
see. I
yeah.
mean, most of
So
the deck team is cool. So
exactly. So we'll see what happens. Lead deckhand, whatever. We'll see it. Sean, take us out, man.
all right, everyone, thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week. Bon voyage.